Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, I've decided we should go over a couple different Huggy Wuggy designs or variants and rank them on a tier list. I guess you could call it a Huggy Wuggy race tier list of sorts, right? Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to jump right on in, starting off with Galaxy Huggy. Now, if you have no clue what this is or what it's from, I can't blame you. I didn't either. It's apparently from Project Playtime as a skin, like most of these Huggy variants are. And I don't know, it looks kind of silly to me. Like, feel like they were going for a cosmic horror type of vibe, right? But it just looks goofy. I can't lie. So low key, this is gonna go into E tier. I don't think Galaxy Huggy is that good of a design. I think it's kind of buns. So that's my thoughts on it. But now we have Gluttonous Huggy. First off, W name. All right, Gluttonous Huggy. That is just such a peak name. And I mean, as you can see, this Huggy is based off of a pizza. And low key, I kind of like this one, right? Now, call me crazy. This would be kind of cool to see in the actual game. Now, only not as like an actual bigger bodies experiment, but more as like if we're in like a kitchen, right? He's like a little like a poster on the wall, you know, saying don't be a gluttonous Huggy, you know, something like that, right? He's a pizza, right? It would make sense to see him in the kitchen. I think it'd be kind of cool. I kind of like the design. We're gonna do C tier though, because it's nothing too crazy. It is just a pizza version of Huggy Wuggy, but I feel like it'd be cool to just see like a cardboard cutout or something, right? So we're gonna put him into C tier, and we're gonna move on to Gooey Booey. Yes, that's its name. Gooey Booey is real. Do I like Gooey Booey? Kinda, right? He's pretty much just a snowman version of Huggy Wuggy. Or, I mean, technically he's like a cotton candy, but he looks like snow. So I kind of like him. I think I like him a little bit more than Gluttonous Huggy. Especially because he has like an actual name, you know? Because it's not something in Huggy. It's like unique, like Kissy Missy, you know? So I like that. That gives him a little bit of bonus points. I think we're going to put Gooey Booey into B tier. Especially because of that Booey part. You know what I'm saying? Now we have my goat, Killy Willy. Alright? I really like Killy Willy's design. I think it would low-key fit in the actual game just because of like, you know, like an evil version of Huggy Wuggy in like the very bottom of the factory that they tried to hide up or something, you know? That would be really cool. That'd be really sick. I don't know, it's like a mutated version of Huggy Wuggy, right? It's pretty, it's self-explanatory what he is. I really like Killy Willy. I know like the lore behind him is kind of weird. Well, not weird, but it's like maybe controversial, I guess you could say, because like a YouTuber created him, and the YouTuber created a lot of weird videos, apparently, from my comment section. That's what I've gathered. So I don't know, but lore beside, I think he's cool, and it might be crazy, but I'm putting Killy Willy into A tier. I'm putting him into A tier, right? Let me know down below if you agree with that, and while you're down there in the comments, maybe subscribe, maybe hype the video. I'd appreciate it, of course. But yeah, we gotta get on. We gotta move on to video with Robot Huggy. I'm gonna be honest, Robot Huggy looks kind of bland, I guess. Like, it's Robot Huggy, right? There's not much you can expect from a robot version of Huggy, but they still didn't do it too well. He looks kind of goofy. They should have made him like rusted, I feel. He's too, but I don't know. This version, it just looks too perfect, I guess you could say. Which, I mean, he is a robot. I don't know. It's weird. I don't really vibe with it. We're gonna put Robot Huggy into D tier, and we're gonna move on to Scarecrow Huggy. Now, Scarecrow Huggy is kind of unique, but at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know, not too cool, right? Like, I don't know. I really don't know my opinions on Scarecrow Huggy, because on one hand, it looks like a scarecrow, right? But on the other hand, it's just looks kind of buns, right? I think C tier. I think it's definitely better than Robot Huggy, but I do not think it is better than Gluttonous Huggy. So we're going to put Scarecrow Huggy into C tier. Now we have Steampunk Huggy, and I'm going to be honest, I really do not like this design. See, Steampunk Huggy looks like a cat, which Huggy Wuggy I don't think is a cat. Huggy Wuggy is just whatever Huggy Wuggy is. I don't know what animal Huggy Wuggy is. I think he's just like a unique toy, you know? But Steampunk Huggy looks like a cat, which Huggy Wuggy does not look like at all, right? And it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look like Huggy Wuggy at all. There is like barely any resemblance. Like, I guess you could say the eyes, but like the eyes are huge on this. And normal Huggy Wuggy has like some pretty smallish eyes. And then like the ears, you know, like Huggy Wuggy doesn't have ears. I don't know. You get what I'm saying, hopefully. Steampunk Huggy is kind of buns, but what isn't buns is Tree Hugger, which I think is his name, Tree Hugger. First off, that's a cool name. I like that name because it's like Huggy Wuggy, Tree Hugger, you know, and there's like other Tree Hugger like monsters. This is really cool. If there was like a forest level somehow in Poppy Playtime, this would be really cool to see. It's like, this is like a really, really cool design, dude, which I know it's just wood, whatever. It is just a tree. But dude, this is so peak, I think. Just because of the fact that like, dude, this is kind of terrifying, right? On a comparative standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like this design. It's unique, but it also, you could tell it's Huggy Wuggy, right? Like seeing Killy Willy, like, you could see Killy Willy in the prototype area, but you could see like tree hugger, right? In like a little fake forest environment they made, and he just like watches people, you know what I'm saying? And if they like misbehave, he goes and eats them or something. I don't know. I feel like that'd be cool to implement in the game. I really like it. Low key, we're gonna put tree hugger into A tier as well. We're gonna put tree hugger into A tier. And now we have Kissy Missy, the goat. Loki, this one's kind of obvious. Kissy Missy herself has to go into S tier, right? I mean, she's in the games as like an actual one, so automatic bonus points. And you know, she's the goat. She's a good guy. She's like the good guy version of Huggy Wuggy, right? So I really like Kissy Missy. A lot of people do as well. You know, it's Huggy and then Kissy, and then you might maybe Catnap somewhere around there, right? Well, like she's definitely top 5 most popular characters from Poppy Playtime, I think. I could be tweaking, but at least that's my opinion. And for good reason. So we're going to put Kissy Missy into S tier. But now we have Voxel Huggy. And I'm going to be honest, Voxel Huggy is buns. Like, this looks like something out of, like, Pixel Gun 3D, right? Which, I mean, I guess that's the point of it being voxel. But it just looks like, I don't know, this looks like a really cheap Minecraft mod or something like that. Like I said, Pixel Gun 3D, right? This seems like a skin from that, which, I don't know. It doesn't really work well in the actual game, and it doesn't really work well in Project Playtime, I think. I mean, I haven't seen it in any actual games, but considering it's from Project Playtime and just looking at it, it doesn't look like it's weird because like it's supposed to be squared voxels, but then its mouth is like curved and its teeth are like sharp. They're not like squared at all, you know? So like that's like if Steve had like round eyes, you know, like it just wouldn't really look good. We're gonna put Voxel Huggy into E tier now. He's definitely better than Steampunk, and I don't know, he's definitely worse than Robot Huggy, but I think he's about equal with Galaxy Huggy, so which is why he's going to the E tier, right? But now we have Zombie Huggy. I don't know, I feel like it would be cooler if he was a little bit more blue, right? Because he's very green at like a zombie, I guess. I don't know. He looks like a Frankenstein Huggy, like with all the stitches and stuff. They should just like not had stitches, and it would have looked really good, I think. But that stitch on his head just makes him look like a Frankenstein, right? This looks like Frankenstein Huggy Wuggy, not Zombie Huggy Wuggy, or at least it looks like a mix between the two. It doesn't look that bad. It just also doesn't look that good. So, you know what, low-key, I think C tier is the perfect spot for Zombie Huggy, right? He probably couldn't be in the game, but also, well, actually, you know what? We're going to move Gluttonous Huggy up into B tier because I kind of like it, dude. Like, just imagine like a gooey pizza Huggy chasing you down in the game, right? That'd be kind of cool. That's a cool enough design, right? And these ones are just like mid, and then obviously the ones below or whatever. But now we have Nightmare Huggy. And I'm gonna be honest, this might be a hot take. I think Nightmare Huggy is scarier than normal Huggy. Not even scary. I think it might be a better design. Like that chase scene was pretty terrifying, dude. And the design itself is like really peaky, right? It kind of looks like Catnap's like nightmare design, even though, you know, I mean, that makes sense, but I really like it. I really like Nightmare Huggy. So low-key, I'm putting him into S tier, right? Like I don't think there's any other spot. Maybe A tier, but that would be pushing it, right? I think S tier is where he has to go. Which is pretty much the same thing for normal Huggy Wuggy. Normal Huggy Wuggy has to go into S tier, right? He is literally the Huggy design that started it all, right? If Huggy Wuggy's design wasn't S tier, then all of the other designs wouldn't really exist. You get what I'm saying? That's just how goated Huggy Wuggy's design is. So we're going to put him in. That's just how goated his design is. So we're going to put him into S tier, and that is going to be the end of today's video. Now, if y'all enjoyed this video and y'all want to see more, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a ton. But in case you don't do that, and in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.